everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name is Mike. We're back from the Lego Ninjago movie sets craziness and back from Comic-Con, so that means we're back on track with our mock and news videos. So this time around I'm gonna be doing the same thing as usual, 10 mocks, my favorite ones I have seen over the course of the last quite a few days, and at the end I'm gonna be showing a lot of your mocks that you guys have sent to our email over this course of over 2 weeks at least. So let's get into it with this first mock. As in every mocks video, guys, you can check out the links below for all those cool creations. Number 10 for this week is a build called Jaguar Tower by Ayrlego. This build somewhat goes in pair with the latest Lego City jungle theme, I think, but this is much more detailed. I simply love the lush green jungle effect that creator had achieved with all these foliage pieces in a very good use, and the usage of the newest mold for the Jaguar cat seen at the edge of the build just adds up a lot to the overall value of this display. The tower hosts the Watcher and also has some really cool details, including different types of stone that make up for this texture, and overall it looks like something of an ancient Southern American civilization building. That I think was the premise behind this display. The whole diorama is part of a bigger lore, according to the designer's description, because it was part of the Brethren of the Brick Seas on Aerobrick's forum contest. I believe there are more builds of this kind in this great Aztec type lore, but this one just caught my eye and I was happy to showcase it in this week's mocks video. Number 9 on the list is something completely different. This one is called Whitefang Evolved, and it is, believe me or not, a spaceship shaped like a dragon. This is built by BobDeQuatre and it catches the eye, especially with the curves and the entire shape of this beautiful creation. Bob is one of the very well-known designers in the Aerobricks forum, and his whole lore of dragon spaceship is also very popular. This is his evolved version of the Whitefang dragon that he had created some time ago. And as expected, it is excellent, great use of pieces. I love those curves and the whole dangerous, even aggressive look of the whole thing. Especially the head with a very nice eye depiction, and those tentacles plus teeth and some beard for the dragon are just adding to this very intimidating look. Remember, it is a spaceship, so you can see some engines in the back as well as some armament on his wings, and it comes with a very well placed stand to display this beautiful creation. You can check out Bob's Flickr page for previous versions of this creation, but definitely this one is something to be very proud of. Number 8 for this week is something much more earthly, that is a Nissan GTR by Firas Abu Jaber. After seeing this car in one of the Top Gear episodes, that's my favorite show ever, I fell instantly in love with it, same as I instantly fell in love with this creation. That is a very nice build for a car, brick build, not many technique used here I think, and it represents the 2017 version of the vehicle. Even though it doesn't seem to be a big build, the shaping is there and everything opens as supposed to, including the hood and the doors and of course the back trunk. The GTR is in its Nismo painting scheme or decal scheme. Even the interior is very well matching the exteriors of the vehicle, and with the very clever use of pieces in a few key points, it makes up for just an amazing display model. I am just sometimes astonished how good the creators could represent cars just using different techniques than official Lego sets, and this one is a great example. If you have a few moments, be sure to check out the Flickr page of Firas, because he has a bunch of other cars built and all of them are very high quality. That is some car building talent right there. Number 7 is something from the movies, that is Kali Mal from Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom, a very famous scene, and this is a massive vignette of this particular moment in the movies, with entire build for the back temple and all the flames and lava spitting around like it was in the movie. I know that Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom is one of Jack's favorite movies, so I guess he would really appreciate this build, and I honestly think that there was a lot of effort put into it to make it look as good as it is. It might be also the effect of some good photography and use of lightning to create this special atmosphere in such kind of cave temple, but still the amount of detail and the builds for those statues seen here and there are just astonishing. A very cool mock for all those Indiana Jones fans. I think everyone that is really liking indie would appreciate this build a lot. This is a creation by Navarre, by the way, and this guy is not a stranger to us. His builds are just excellent, and you can check them out on his Flickr page. Number 6 is something much more simple in looks, that is the library by Maxim Baybakov. And by simple I mean it looks almost classical. It's a very town-like building of a beautiful library. It almost doesn't look like a Lego build at all, more like a display or just a building from plastic. I just love all the facade details, especially the color combination with this reddish brown and tan in both shades. Exactly the type of building we would love to see in our LEGO city next to the town hall. It is of course a modular, so it would fit just fine. I am not sure about the interiors of this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if they are fully detailed as well. But so far we can judge the building only by its exteriors, and those are excellent. Some of you may say that maybe it looks even too simple, but it is just as what you expect from a library building in an old town part of a city. Great build, and thank you Maxim for doing this one. And starting the climb to the top 3 with number 5, that is the medieval Sawmill by jonatansvenning. This is one of those medieval builds. It's a massive diorama of the entire landscape piece. Included, there's a build for a river using this special type of plate pieces in blue. The river, or this stream, is gushing through the rocky terrain and it's unveiling some plain fields to the side. At the very upper level we have some buildings from the medieval era, of course, and amazing builds for the trees. I'm not sure if there is anything not to like in this display. A lot of activity going on here, even though it's not too lively with minifigs. But I think there is a combination of good landscaping and the colors that give out those nice vibrance to the entire display. It kind of reminds me of part of a Robin Hood display that we showed some weeks ago, and I think this one is even better because it's more detailed given the fact that it's just smaller. Everything here, starting from the trees to the building's roofs and all these colors for the grass, are just creating this wonderful ambience. I think I just have a soft spot for such builds, and this one hits the mark. And with number 4, we are getting into sci-fi again. That is the Colonial Viper Mark II by Davdup, and that is the ship from Battlestar Galactica. What we are looking at here is a UCS scale ship. That means it's beautifully detailed, bigger than a minifig scale, and it comes with all the bells and whistles you would expect from a UCS scale set. There's a very iconic ship for all those sci-fi fans, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys would love to have this on your desk. We're getting a sliding canopy just as it was in the show, and pretty much every single detail that should be there is there. There is also a stand including this UCS style sticker with all the details about the ship, a very accurate paint scheme with a very nice studless building technique overall, plus a massive build for the 3 engines in the back. I was never a big fan of the show or know much about it, to be honest, but I did recognize this ship immediately, and as a general sci-fi fan I would love to build this guy at some point in time. Every single UCS custom model is quite an achievement, and this one is no different. Alright, top 3, and with number 3 we have the Star Wars display. That is a Rogue One Star Destroyer Crash by Simon Liu. This is a build I was never expecting to see in a LEGO form. This is the moment where a Hammerhead frigate crashes into one of the disabled destroyers to push it into another one in the final of Rogue One. Spoiler alert, by the way. This famous scene was recreated in micro scale, but the build for destroyers is excellent. Being almost a studless build, they look great, and the small Hammerhead frigate just pushing the guy into another is an amazing touch, to say the least. I'm not sure how it was possible for Simon to build all this great debris flying out of the crash destroyer just at the moment of the crash. The clutter of pieces looks somewhat chaotic, but I think it's just a great way of how it actually would look. Well, the movie shows it pretty well, and same goes for this scene. If he can build such scene in LEGO form, maybe he should approach the scene when the Executor is crashing into the Death Star in the classic trilogy. That would be pretty epic, but he would have to build at least half of the Super Star Destroyer Executor in this mini scale. Pretty challenging, but after seeing this one from him, I'm sure it's possible. Number 2 is one of those epic builds that show up from time to time. This is a Ragnarok Dragon by Destroyer. It's a Asian builder, so I'm not sure about his real name, can't read it. But the whole build is called Ragnarok Unlimited, and it is hosting, I'm not sure how many parts, but probably in thousands. This is a massive black and golden dragon that is built mostly from Bionicle and LEGO factory pieces. It is the most impressive thing to see a build of this magnitude built from those very specific LEGO themes parts, and especially the head is simply amazing. This is a very fierce dragon, to say the least, with all those purple flames coming out of the sides and a massive jaw that would just snap you in seconds. A lot of cool details along the way, especially the tail that is marking the epicness of this creature, and you can even see the minifigure to scale of how big his claws are. I think this build must have been done over the course of several weeks or months. I am not really sure, but the sheer result is just staggering. I'm not sure what it is, but some builders just have the patience and energy to build such things, and I'm so glad that the world is still full of them. And for number 1 spot this week, I had to find something epic, and I think I did. This is the Endor Platform from Star Wars by Maciej Szymanski. And yep, it has all the meanings of the word epic inside of it. It is the size of a desk. You can pretty much see the 8080 to scale with it. That's a minifig scale 8080, by the way. And the whole platform is part of a massive Endor display. There is the Lambda Shuttle, and you can see even the creator standing next to it, just to see the sheer scale. This thing was in the works for quite a while. I was kind of following the progress, and I was so glad to see it finished in July this year. Maciej is a Polish designer, so I'm very glad we have such talented people in my country. And not only he designed this beautiful Endor display, also he did all the ships that you can see and a number of other Star Wars ships as well. This thing is so massive that it should be displayed on every single Star Wars convention, I have to say, but I'm just not sure how do you transport such a massive creation. Even the small ATS you see underneath the platform is a masterpiece of its own. I think that is a lifetime achievement to complete, and kind of a cherry on the top for a career of such adult Lego builder. Great job, Maciej, and I would love to see more cool stuff from you in the future. I'm just not sure how we're gonna surpass it. Alright, and that is it for this top 10 MOCs video. You can see your MOC creations sent to us over the course of 2 weeks, just flying in the background right now. That's a lot of them, so enjoy that. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. My name is Mike. I'll see you next time on BrickVault, and here are your MOCs.